Roll call.
Where here?
Thomas here. Approval of the meeting minutes from January 16th.
We'll make a motion to approve the January 16th meeting minutes.
Where will second?
Have a motion from Cool and a second by Wirt to approve the meeting minutes of January 16th. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Public comment. Anyone here to comment on an item not on the agenda? Seeing and hearing none, we'll go into old business. Resolution 2025-11. Park requesting the remainder of the library furnace funds. That would have been capital funds.
Yeah.
You recall,
45.
we took $45,000, which normally would have gone to the fire department, and transferred
No.
that to purchase, or parks, excuse me, and put that into the library for purchases of furnaces. The parks furnaces came to $33,347, and Parks is requesting that the remainder of that $45,000 be transferred back to them, as they have some work they would like to do. And in Resolution 2025-11, there was an estimate of $13,000 for new doors and boxcar wood in the upper pavilion. You had some comments or questions on that, Richard?
Yes.
Gabe is out. Just
Understood,
Yeah, we know
I
Gabe's
chatted
not
with him
here.
today.
Okay.
I have some concerns with this as it's an aesthetic item that is new and just trying to use these funds to accomplish this. While I don't have too much of an issue making these changes to the aesthetics of the upper pavilion, I have concerns with falling out of budget, and I think that maybe that there's other things that could maybe have some attention. We got an estimate for cameras. So while I want to give that money back to the parks because it was a bit of a taking, I don't want to do it through this resolution. So I am going to make a motion to defer action on Resolution 2025-11 until we can coordinate better with the Parks Coordinator, Gabe Alcorn.
So what you're basically saying is you have no problem with the remainder of the funds going back to the parks, it's just you question what it's going to be used for?
I question using it for that.
For this?
That's specific.
Okay, that specific item.
Now, I know the Parks Board doesn't meet again
Right.
until April,
I'll have something to say, but after.
because we meet every other and we just met.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, Krieger's really busy and the doors are already there to be installed and he hasn't had time to get that accomplished yet. So I don't know that delaying this is gonna really affect
Too much.
his ability to get that done in a timely manner. I'm more concerned about getting the floor refinished, because that's an actual surface that gets walked on and is more prone to abuse by people walking on it and wet feet and such.
And that's on council next.
Yep.
So the doors that are in his quote that's in our package are not the doors that are on site waiting to be installed.
Correct.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so either. This, right?
I think these
are interior doors.
are one on the stage,
Yes, it's bad.
one on the stage, and then one other one
The
on.
one that goes downstairs between the bathrooms to go lower.
So on the bar end,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, they're bad.
Okay.
And I don't know if there's any real urgency for those. I mean, wedding season's coming up, so maybe that needs to be taken care of, and maybe next finance committee meeting or council meeting.
So the doors that are on site are exterior doors?
Yes.
Is the labor paid for, or included in whatever contract to get those installed?
That quote for the exterior door, I think was like,
That was last year
That was
capital.
last year's money, like 20,000 or something.
I'm just asking because it says, no, I'm just asking if it's work yet to be completed, if it's gonna come under what was allocated last year
Yeah, I think
as well.
that labor is still, as I understand it, remaining or rolled over, carried over from the 2024 budget,
And it was a contract, so it's, I'm sure it'll honor.
as I understand it. So I don't believe he's been paid because the work isn't done, but the
Correct.
doors have been purchased are in at the park, ready to be installed.
Cool, second your motion to defer.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
So I have been talking to Gabe, especially about the cameras and stuff too, that I want to have a meeting with finance and parks so that we can go through his list. Because we kind of changed it on him around budget time and refocused him to the dismay of some of the people in the parks department.
Deep in the process too,
Correct,
admittedly.
deep in the
Right.
process, so I want to get ahead of that this year instead of waiting for too long. So I know that this should be done, but is it the number one priority over the cameras or some of these other things? So I said I would like to get his list together and let's make sure that we're all in agreement on how things should be moving forward with this. And that the whole racquetball thing is much, or
Pickleball.
I never say that right. It's a ball. I'm not against it, but we have so many other things to fix first. That should be some sort of a fundraiser event, blah, blah, blah. So we're not trying to step on the toes of the Parks Commission, but at the same time, we gotta be conscious of the money that we're
Well,
spending.
and I'm on that commission,
I
and
know
I
you are.
understand too, and I know things got bounced around and really late in the process, so
Yeah.
I agree with you, and
Yeah.
if we need to have a special finance meeting, because we've got other ones that are coming up
Right.
with department head reviews and that, so we could add that onto that meeting, and.
It won't be a
and-
long one, we don't need an hour.
Correct, I think with some discussion, we could do that in 10 minutes, 15 minutes
Yeah.
without, so.
Agreed.
Well, I understand, and that was my concerns too with
Yep.
pushing this
Yep.
resolution through.
Any other discussion? I have a motion by Wired and a second by Cool to defer Resolution 2025-11. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. New business. We have the January 2025 financial statements, and they can be taken all as one item.
Where we move to approve the 2025 financial statements with payroll $93,764.47, general disbursements of $2,153,270.02, and the clerk treasurer's report on file in the office.
Cool, second.
Yeah, being motioned by Ware, second by Cole, to recommend council approval of the 2025 financial statements. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Resolution 2025-10, accepting the estimate for refurnishing the upper pavilion floors.
This, I'll take this. This is in 2025 budget to refurbish, and it came within, luckily, Gabe's estimate, it came right within it. We did get solicited for two quotes. One was quite a bit higher with replacing a center section of the main dance area where it gets a lot of foot traffic and has a lot of wear. But the other company didn't feel that was necessary. So they're going to strip and refinish with like 2 or 3 layers. Yeah, all of it, but not.
I thought they were replacing the middle.
No, not. The other quote, the $48,000 was to replace the center section. The $30,000 quote was just to sand and finish.
The whole thing.
And they also recommended, which Gabe is aware, to, in the next year or two, have another surface put on it.
Just keep layering.
Yeah, keep layering it, so he's gonna add that to the 2026 or 2027 budget to get that fixed if he's able to get this accomplished this time, so.
So, okay.
So I will make the motion to approve, to recommend to council Resolution 2025-10, accepting the estimate to refinish the upper pavilion floors.
From Elite Hardwood Flooring.
Yep, from Elite Hardwood Flooring, and not to exceed the amount in the estimate.
Cool, second.
I have a motion from Wired and a second by Cool to recommend council approval of resolution 2025-10, accepting the estimate for furnishing the upper pavilion floors from Elite Flooring. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
This one actually comes on a tight timeline because the guy has some openings real soon here, but then it's booked way out, so it's gonna be nice to have that done before wedding season gets rolling.
And it's dry, it's not humid or anything else,
Yep.
so it's gonna dry nice.
Yep.
And I know the stuff is approved in the budget, but I like to see the quotes come in and just the formality so that everybody knows what it is and
Yep.
where it's going and
Yep.
what's rolling over, so that's a good thing.
Hiring of a new full-time EMT firefighter. Chad?
We went through the process with 4 applications. One application rescinded its application in the process. And we did interviews, physical agility test, and we decided to go with Roxanne Schneider.
So we do have the resumes that we just didn't put in the packet just because we didn't think it was necessary to publish all of that. But they were spread around on the emails that most of us should have already seen. And I did sit in on the interviews and they had good candidates to choose from. So
Yes.
that was a good thing.
Any questions of Roxanne?
I will ask you just to say a few things at council, like where you've been, just briefly, like I know you were in Lake Mills and different things, just to introduce yourself. Because we don't get to see everybody, because they all work at different shifts. Yeah, same thing with the police department, we never see half of them. So, yeah.
Well, I worked with Lake Mills Fire Department for 5 years. I started there just kind of out of the blue and seeing where it goes, and found out that I actually really enjoy working fire. 3 years ago, I decided to go as an EMT. And then started with Jefferson, so I actually work with Lake Mills and Jefferson. So Lake Mills paid on call, Jefferson's part-time. Within the last 6 months, I decided, you know, hey, let's just see where this goes full-time. I really enjoy it, and I've applied to a couple places, kind of like in the process, trying to feel it out, like how things go, and I ended up putting my application in here, and I knew, you know, I grew up in Waterloo my whole life, so it was just kind of nice to come back to my roots. And
Fantastic.
So, Chad, as far as qualifications, is there anything like Aiden still had to go through tests? I know during the interview I heard a lot, so is she gonna be good right out of the gate, or do we
She
still
should be
have?
good right out of the gate. There'll be things that we'll have to get with the service director and get her license with our department, but everything should go.
Or
pretty
Aiden had to
seamlessly.
go to more school and she does not?
Yeah.
And did you pass your inspection?
I got my inspection, yep. I actually test for my AEMT on Tuesday as well, so
Fantastic.
we are good to go. Like, I got all of those set up and ready.
Wonderful.
How long have you been running as an EMT?
3.5 years.
3.5 years
Yeah.
basic.
Yep,
So you got experience.
yes, I've experienced quite a bit,
Transition to
fortunately, yeah.
a crew chief probably won't be as hard that way.
No. The only
No.
thing I'm waiting on is my fire too, but that I'm getting through Lake Mills Fire Department, so we don't have to put me through here, so.
And the way the shifts will be set up, she'll be with either Matt or Jason, so having that knowledge and years of service will be able to streamline right in, should work right in, so
And
we're
we need to talk to
hopeful.
you about that after this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and he was former fire and chief.
Very nice. Nice to meet you.
Look at you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. So this will be on council as
Motion?
well.
It's on council.
Or do we have any other questions?
Do we?
I would make the motion to send to council, yeah.
I also motion to send Roxanne Schneider's application for approval of council.
I will second.
Have a motion from Cool, a second by Wood, to send the approval of Roxanne Schneider as a full-time AEMT / firefighter to council. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. One more step, then you're
Almost
there.
Another 48 minutes.
Also with the fire department, they're busy people today. Resolution 2025-06. Resolution accepting the supporters' donation of extrication tools. As part of your packet, the supporters group purchased extrication tools for the Waterloo Fire Rescue Department with the intent to donate. The equipment is part of your packet, and it was in the amount of $41,029.60, which they would like to donate to the fire department. And our ordinances require that the council accept the donation if we so desire.
This was just for one vehicle, right? I know I saw them.
No, it's equipment.
I know it's
It's
equipment, but
equipment.
it's in one vehicle, right? Or is, because I was looking at the numbers.
Yes,
Jason showed it to me
the
in front.
equipment's all located in our first out unit.
Yeah. And they're a lot lighter.
They're a lot lighter, a lot stronger. It replaced stuff that was 15, 20 plus years old. so.
Is it the old stuff pretty much gone, hydraulic stuff pretty
Yeah.
much done now?
Yes, it's
For
all
almost.
battery now, yeah.
What's the impact for like the annual service contract?
About the same as what we had
About the
before,
same.
yeah, because they'll come in and hydraulically test these and do the batteries and everything.
So really no different impact on?
No, as far as yearly maintenance, no.
The old ones were hydraulic, or they're just the heavier battery ones?
They're all hydraulic, it's just these are operated by battery
Battery.
instead of a separate pump.
Do we have a clue how long the batteries last? I see we got battery chargers and stuff too.
We do have battery chargers,
Don't
don't know right now,
know,
but
anything else?
they've been out for, this set of tools have been out for 7 to 8 years, and the batteries have done very well. The first gen of these tools, the batteries would wear out pretty quick. This is the third gen of it, so they've got the batteries dialed down.
Battery technology's got.
Yeah, battery.
That's like
Lot
an
more.
annual improvement.
They've built in a lot more durability into these batteries.
So part of your asset list and everything that you need, this is a part of it.
Yeah, are you in at all next week?
Yeah,
So we can sit down with the equipment for the insurance, because I obviously want to make sure that this is
we'll get
accurate
you
on there,
the
but to
serial
take the
numbers
old
and
stuff
everything.
off.
Yeah, serial numbers and everything. that you
Yeah, and I don't know what you had on the last one, so we just really need to
need
update.
To take it off the list.
Yeah,
Are the
so,
other ones, like you're not gonna keep them anymore, or in a different vehicle?
No, they're not leasing anymore,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay, and that's fine. I just
Yeah.
thought they were still there. Okay.
Yeah.
so maybe we can sit down and kind of go through that, because I just want
Okay.
to make sure that's,
Address the whole address.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we're not insuring stuff that's not there.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Or insuring stuff that is there.
yeah.
Making sure
That's a
that-
big,
Yep,
that's,
Right.
that's a
Let's
big
get
thing.
those
We-
lists updated if we could.
Yeah.
We talked about that already,
Yeah.
so we really need to just have a meeting, so, okay.
Also motion to send resolution 2025-06 to council for approval.
Warwick will second.
I have a motion from Cool and second by Ware to forward resolution 2025-06 to the council for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, motion carried. This is going faster than I thought it was going to.
That's okay.
We could have taken the cable board tonight. because they've got a new budget they want to present.
Ah, okay.
Which will be next time. So we are on fire department policy and procedures. Okay, we're going to continue that and working on it. Also, before we leave tonight, I would like to see who's available when. Apparently, we want to have a special meeting with the park board
Yes.
to discuss. And then we have the department head reviews. Apparently, according to an email or a text Rich sent me, we discussed, and I vaguely remember the discussion, doing it, trying to do it before finance meetings, starting at 5:30. We might be able to get a couple in, but that would be, our next meeting is March, and then the one after April. How far out do we want to keep these going? Because we have probably, what, 5 we've got to do?
We should be able to just do 2 at a time, easily.
Well, we can, I would be fine with doing 2 and then having a special meeting.
If we needed to.
If we needed to do 3,
Mhm.
then we don't stretch it out to 3 months.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would hate to do that.
Me too.
Yeah, we could schedule something,
Okay.
Okay,
well, taking up everybody's time looking at calendars.
You wanna do it now, or?
We, sure.
You wanna have it?
Well, it's not on the agenda right now,
Yeah,
so
it's
we
not
can
on
do
the
that.
it's a future agenda item and announcement, I mean, so it's,
You
But we're
just
still
don't
on
wanna
E
get
right now.
Yeah,
we can take
we
it
can-
on board.
We can pick it up or pick it up at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we can pick it.
'Cause scheduling
Go back and hold
meetings-
everybody. Yeah.
Scheduling meetings, I don't necessarily feel needs to be on an agenda. The
No.
meeting does,
Right.
but the scheduling does, that's,
Yeah.
you can do that through an email.
Yep.
Fine.
Which we can, it's just, I
Right.
want to get everybody thinking about it and getting it done,
No, understood.
so we don't drag it out forever.
Agreed.
Okay. We were discussing the policy and procedure manual. We had discussion going. Charlie, I think you had,
We were in closed session.
Yep.
Yeah.
we were in closed session. We are not, we can't convene into closed session if you wish to.
I think we should stay in close, since we have been.
Okay, I will move to go to closed session.
I will second.
I have a motion from Poole and a second by Wirt to go into closed session. Roll call.
Cool, yes.
Wired, yes.
Thomas, yes. We are in closed session.
Roll call. Cummings here.
Cool here.
Griffin here.
Thomas here.
Wired here.
That's like that. Austin is on vacation. Meeting minutes approval of February 6th. Are there any additions or corrections?
Cummings will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 6, 2025.
Cool, second.
Motion by Cummings, second by, I can just say cool now. Charlie, February 6th. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Citizen input. Anybody have anything to say that's not on the agenda? I love the attendance. Thank you. Meeting summary since the last council, the CDA was canceled due to the election on Tuesday. Tim, finance?
Finance, everything we discussed in finance is on the agenda.
No. All right, consent agenda items are in your packets. They require approval unless there's anything you want pulled out.
Cummings will make a motion to approve the consent agenda items as listed.
Griffin will second.
Motion by Cummings, second by Griffin to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Old business, resolution 2025-01. I do believe that is still being worked on with the attorney. We thought it would be done by now. So a motion to defer until next time.
Wired will move to defer ordinance 2025-01 until the next meeting.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Wire, second by Cummings to approve, or to defer, I'm sorry, until the next meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, 109 Portland Road snow removal. We were asked to put this on by the homeowner.
Not able to appear.
Not able to appear.
And not pursue.
All right, so this will just be.
No action.
Pardon? No action, correct. All right, then, we have a proclamation for Wes for his time as fire chief. So, Mr. Wes, I would like to hand this to you. It says the Common Council of Waterloo does hereby resolve that Wes Benish has served the city of Waterloo with distinction for 15 years as assistant fire chief and 6 years as the fire chief. Myself and the Common Council of the City of Waterloo wish to express their thanks for his valued service rendered in this public interest. So we recognize you for your service. He is not leaving us. He is still going to be a volunteer and still be a part of the department. Thank you very much. Congratulations and thank you.
Thanks, Wes.
All right, now, recommendations, boards, committees, and commissions. We have finance. Tim, you are on.
We'll start out with the January 2025 financial statements. Thomas makes a motion to approve the January 2025 financial statements. Payroll in the amount of $93,764.47. General disbursements in the amount of $2,153,270.02. And the clerk treasurer's report, which is on file in the city clerk's office.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Thomas, second by Cummings to approve the January 2025 financial statements as stated and listed. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Cool, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Where? Yes.
Hesley, yes.
Motion carried. Resolution 2025-06, resolution accepting the supporters' donation of extrication tools.
The Waterloo Fire Department and EMS Supporters Group purchased $41,000, $29.60 worth of extrication tools for the fire department and EMS services. This was donated and needs to be accepted by the city, which this resolution is part of. We wish to thank the supporters group for their support of the fire department. It's greatly appreciated. And I think, Chad, did you want to explain what the equipment is and what it does?
What they had purchased and donated to us was a full set of battery-powered hydraulic extrication tools that will be replacing some of the older extrication tools that we had on the vehicles. This will be placed on our first out unit. And yeah, that's about it. They're portable, so they can be used anywhere. They don't require a power source. And they will be able to be used on a lot of the newer vehicles that we encounter these days with the strengthening that's built into them.
Thank you. So I will make a motion, Thomas makes a motion to approve Resolution 2025-06, gladly accepting the donation from the supporters group of the extrication equipment and thank them for their support.
Griffin, second.
Motion by Thomas, second by Griffin to approve the donation on resolution 2025-06. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Cool, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Where? Yes.
Hesley, yes.
Motion carried. And thank you again. It's much appreciated.
Very generous.
Resolution 2025-11, resolution accepting the park's request for the remainder of the library fund. Richard, do you want to just take that quick?
Sure, that was deferred at the Finance Committee, and we'll come back at a later date.
Do yourself a motion to
We
defer.
need a motion to defer, don't we?
We can take no action. But I will make a motion to defer Resolution 2025-11, accepting Parks' request for $13,000 remaining from the library furnace replacement fund.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Ware, second by Cummings to defer resolution 2025-11. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 2025-10 resolution accepting the estimate for refurnishing the upper pavilion floors. This was in a budget, but we like to see the quotes and the estimates and just have it as a formal acceptance. Anything you want to add to that, Richard?
We solicited for 2 quotes, or 3 quotes, got 2, and the lower of the quote was to just refinish instead of replacing the center section, which was advised by the lower of the 2 that there was enough material left in the wood floor not to replace that center section, so we're gonna refinish it. So I will make a motion to approve resolution 2025-10, accepting the estimate for refinishing the upper pavilion floors for the amount listed. And who's the contractor? Elite. I'm sorry, I don't have that page up.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Ware, second by Cummings to approve resolution 2025-10. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Cool, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Where, yes.
Hassel, yes.
Motion carried. Item B, Waterloo Fire Department, handful of things here. Resolution 2025-07, confirmation of the new fire chief, Chad Butzine. Chad, how many years? 27 you've been here?
Yeah, going on 20.
Service here for 27 years. That's fantastic.
Right out of high school.
Was that right out of high school?
Grade school.
While I was still in high school.
Yeah.
All right, so the confirmation is the appointment of Chad as the fire chief of the Waterloo Fire Department. And we want to thank Chad for his ongoing leadership role in the Waterloo Fire Department. And this resolution confirms him as the chief for a 3-year term.
Who makes motion to confirm Chad Butzine as new fire chief, Waterloo Fire Department?
Where, will second.
Ooh, you lost that one. Motion by Cool, second by Ware to approve the confirmation of Fire Chief Chad Butzine. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody opposed. Look at that. Shocking, right? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Resolution 2025-09, new fire department appointee. So this is something I had requested a while back because it was kind of odd that it was happening at April time. So being that you guys always have your appointments and everything in January, it just made sense, just turn in one document and be done with it. So this one is for the appointments that are listed on the back side of this document. Just note that the bottom portion of this is not part of the resolution, it just happens to be on the page. So it is really a resolution for your appointments.
Where it will move to approve the resolution 2025-09, confirmation of new fire department appointments.
Griffin, second.
Motion by Ware, second by Griffin to approve resolution 2025-09. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now, hiring of a new full-time AEMT firefighter 4. Chad, I'm gonna let you take a little conversation on that like you did for us at Public Health, or excuse me, at Finance.
Okay, so we were searching for another 4th full-time firefighter for our department. We received 4 applications. 1 rescinded their application in the process. We interviewed 3 and took them through the interview process and the physical agility. And we ended up coming to a conclusion and offering our position to Roxanne Schneid.
Welcome, Roxanne, would you like to say a few things?
I'm Roxanne. I actually grew up in Waterloo. I just moved out of here about 7 years ago to Lake Mills. About 5 years ago, I joined Lake Mills Fire Department. So I always wanted to serve, found out I absolutely love it. Since then, I've gotten my fire inspector, actually quite recently, Fire 1. I got my EMT license back in about 3 years ago, so that would be 2022. I work part-time with Jefferson Fire and EMS, and then I work in Lake Mills for paid on call. I just, about 6 months ago, I decided to start pursuing full-time position to see where it could take me, because I love it, and ended up bringing me back home to where I grew up, so I'm excited to be back.
I sat in on the interviews, and they actually had some really good ones to choose from, so I'm very pleased, and welcome back home. We'll get a picture after we're done.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so this just needs approval.
Cummings will make that motion for the hiring of the new full-time.
Cool, second.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't even
Okay.
done, but
Okay.
he is on a mission tonight.
Motion almost approved by Cummings, second by Cool, to approve the hiring of Roxanne, the fourth full-time AEMT, and firefighter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Stay for your photo. All right, public safety and insurance, chickens in Waterloo, this was actually deferred back to public health and safety.
They're requesting it be sent back to the committee for further discussion.
Yeah, it wasn't quite ready yet. Gunther, I think we had talked about that.
I'm Daryl, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, you
No,
weren't here.
no, but Gunther was the
Right.
other guy that was here to,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
typically
he was
so.
here, so you must not have gotten the memo.
I did not.
Okay, well, it's still good to see you.
Thank
you
you.
for showing up. Yeah.
So do we need a motion to send it back to committee?
Yes,
I will make that motion.
Cummings will second.
motion by Tim Thomas, second by Cummings to send back the chicken ordinance until it is ready, back to public health and safety, and then it'll come back here.
So it'll
Thank
be the beginning of
March 6th is your meeting, so that's the next one over there in the police training room.
Okay, thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Future agenda items and announcements. I don't think we have anything coming up quite yet. Anybody have anything?
Nope.
Cool makes a motion to adjourn.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Charlie Cool, second by Cummings. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you everyone for being here.